Hi, and welcome to my Thursday morning. It is clear and comfortable in Central Texas right now. It's not quite 8 a.m., which is a good indication that it's going to be quite hot later. And it's doggy time. I'm Puppy. So I'm standing out here with bare feet, getting some light in my eyes. That whole circadian rhythm and getting in tune with the planet kind of thing. My species developed here. I should be able to function here. And being in time with the natural sunrise, daylight hours, sunset kind of rhythm should be helpful. Now, at some point we hit dew point overnight. Grass still kind of sparkling damp. Big dog across the street is having his say about things. It's too much glare. But he's right over there. Somebody in a work truck is picking up a neighbor. And that's cool. It's nice to know people have work. Off they go. Pro-grade lawn care shit, I'll tell you. That's the same neighbor that came over when Lyrical was weed eating and told him, "Don't mow, he'll get it." That's good people who do things like that. I don't know if they noticed that Loki gets huffing and puffing and I'm limping and staggering most days. I do not seem to have a bruise. I was thinking I might have last night. Oh, I would have normally made a video on Wednesday. But I put my phone down in the kitchen to get my bottle of water ready to go to class. I left my phone there. My daughter found it and gave it to her dad. Ow. I just put the arch of my foot down on a rock. It was under the weeds. Okay. The dog's having a good look around. Yes, puppy, I know the blue truck should be there and it's not. But it gets him out the door when the sun is still low in the sky, so Loki's going back to wearing glasses instead of contact lenses plus readers. Because you gotta take care of glasses anyway. Even with the contact lenses, you might as well make a full switch to, or back to, the glasses. And the stuff I put on my hair so that it stayed tidy while it was in a ponytail needs to be washed out of my hair. But I needed to be dressed and get out here while the sun was still reasonably low in the sky. Yeah, I'm taking this stuff seriously. Some people didn't used to have to think about it. It was just the rhythm of life. You got up in the morning and you got outside and got some work done. Well, I already got some work done. I ran the wash, but I didn't have to go outside to do it. But there's an advantage to this that people don't think about. And one of the advantages to being outside is that you're focusing farther away. If you're sitting at a desk in a cubicle, you're probably just looking around at things on the desk and on the monitor that's right in front of your face. I mean, seriously. People sit way too close to their monitors, and they'll raise them up more than they should. You should be able to look at the top of your monitor, if I remember right. I had the available expert come out and adjust my desk and my chair and all that once when I was working at Dell. I had a cube farm job. And adjusting the chair is good. Might be a little bit bigger up front and wind up with an ache in the middle of your back, which I did have. Or you might be a little heavy on the belly and wind up with an ache in the small of your back, which is more common. And so your ergonomic people who come by and take measurements and do things, they get a little surprised that, no, I don't have any ache in the small of my back. I ache up here and up here. They had to actually think to do my desk for me. And they lowered my desk almost as low as it could go. Because most monitors will only lower so much. What's up, puppy? I have to sort out when I'm going to do some weed eating or if I'm just going to do 5 or 10 minutes here and there. Because that is, again, the not done thing. I'm glad I didn't give that kid $60 because he did not do the whole job. Now, with the battery mower, he doesn't have to fight to get it going. And that frees up a lot of effort that can be reserved for weed eating. Or weed torching, because I have no problem with him doing some things that way. Now, a friend did turn me on to the fact that you don't want to weed torch goat heads, because I had mentioned I have some in the back near the back step. Apparently, if you burn them, the seeds just kind of, it takes a lot of shell off and they sprout easier, and then you have 10 times as many the following season. Okay, so I'll keep pulling those and putting them in the garbage bin, And then I can use the weed torch to kill the crown of the plant. It looks like grass, but it isn't. What, puppy dog? Yeah, we heard a howl. Howling usually means someone's dog is unhappy. Or sometimes they're singing because another dog is near them and they can smell it and they just want to lift that voice. There goes that one. He barks. It's not always a happy bark. Now, he's already been barking this morning. One down south. It might even be all the way in the next neighborhood. But that one's howling. And now this guy has his tail riding a little higher. He's like, yeah, I've got someone to talk to. You being a good boy? Are you being a good boy? This one's being a good boy. Taking advantage of the fact that he's out watering more weeds. And I'm standing by the front of a truck, so he can go where I usually can't see him. Arrgh! Arrgh! It's hard to get Dyson to sing. Come on, Dyson. Talk with the big dogs. Arrgh! No, he ain't singing. He's like, no, Mommy, they'll figure out a snack lives here. I did get my wash moved to the dryer already. And I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to have some appetite. I do have a lamb shoulder chop. Might as well call it a steak. It's kind of big. Thawed already for my meal today. But I also have a package of beef bones I want to get into the oven and roast and then make a nice bone broth. Flies are starting to move around, and that means there will soon be mosquitoes. I saw there's a dove up there. That might be the one I can hear cooing. But I saw a roadrunner again. And I do know from experience that snakes do hatch out here. One more reason for doggy time. If I spot such a thing, I can try to keep him away from it. Someone's chickens are running around loose. I saw 3 or 4 of them dashing across that neighbor's yard, not far from the big tied-up dog. learn the birds in your area. You might be surprised to step out, admire the moon one evening, and hear an owl. Or you might step outside and get in your car to go do something, because there's always some task to go do, right? There's a water bill, there's the groceries, there's every kind of reason to leave the house. You might just need to go shopping for some shorts because it's a hot summer. And there's all loose chickens over there next door. Half a dozen. And one of them's a rooster. So the hens are just kind of following him around. They've got lots of boards off of it. Oh, there's some more. Oh, it's up to 8, and I think 2 of them are roosters. Mostly not any of the pretty breeds that I like. One of them's one of those classic white with a red crop and comb. But they're into some weeds, and oh yeah. The one just proved he's the aggressive one. He went and chased the other rooster away a little bit. And he starts pecking at something, so one of the hens runs over to start pecking. A good rooster will defend his hens, which is important when you let them run loose like this. And he will also say, hey, here's something good to eat, until they have eaten their fill. Because that's what keeps the flock functional. And some bird just came down in my yard pecking at some kind of a grub. I don't know what. That might be a small roadrunner over there. Maybe a juvenile. I don't know. But it's got that flash across the wings. It's kind of attractive. Now they do fly a lot around here because the vehicles are not safe for them. But they do love to run. They love to run, and they do a lot of it. And the fact that they're active at this time of day kind of tells me it's a good time of day for their most liked food source, the little snakes I was mentioning earlier. And they'll eat bugs and things too, and apparently they'll eat little piles of bird seed that you put a sign that says free bird food and hang an anvil over it. But I'm not a coyote, so I'm not trying to catch any. Give my age away again. Sometimes hanging with friends will start talking about different things, monster movies and whatever stupid stuff. I admitted last night to one of the people from the monster movie conversation that I had completely left out all the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes stuff, which maybe did not live as long as some other stuff, but I think it's in the Tromaville set that a friend gave me a long while back. It's like all these Toxic Avenger and other Tromaville productions stacked in one can that's patterned to look like a slightly flattened trash can full of toxic waste. It wouldn't be Tromaville without toxic waste, because toxic waste gives you Toxic Avenger, and Weird People in Labs give you toxic waste at Killer Tomatoes. But I think it's time to take the little dog in. He's licking his chops. I think he needs his water bowl. And the sun is getting up a little bit. It's almost 8:30 now. My wash is in the dryer, so I have to check that soon. Oh, still gotta watch out for the rocks and things too. Oh, you want to sit down now? I'll sit down with you. I haven't shown the internet my buddy today. Same buddy all along. Yeah, he's sitting with me now. Doggy, say hi to the internet. Yeah. The internet needs all the cute doggies it can find. Some people just don't understand that. Now, this time of year, the sun rises a little further north if you're in North America. A few other places too, for that matter. So I can sit here and not be squinting quite as much. I'll put my glasses back on. There we go, I can see you now. Now, something I have seen recently, I think it was Mitch who did it, was he released something as a premiere. Oh, this video premieres in this much time. But that way he could hang in the chat, which will work as a live chat during the premiere. So I'm thinking of doing something along those lines, but I want a kind of long video so that it'll increase the odds that somebody will come by while I can be hanging out in chat. So once I've got a suitable length video, which this is not at 24.5 minutes, but once I've got that, then I'll post in the community tab that that's what I plan to do. I know I've made videos that are over an hour. But a live chat will give me more opportunity to find out what people want to talk about or what they want to see in a video. Because that's important. I don't just want to grab clips of other content creators' work. That's just not fair. If somebody makes a video and I like their material, I might post a link to it. But I'm not just going to grab a chunk of it and pretend it's mine to share. No, that ain't right. Of course, a lot of people do reaction videos too. Sometimes, if your name happens to be Bart K, you do a reaction video because someone hasn't got the scientific chops to debate you directly, and they know it. And so they pretend you don't exist. Yeah, there's all that noise over there, puppy dog. How are you today? I know you got your Benadryl last night, but your eyes are looking a little red. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Come here. Aww. Yeah. Your eyes are red and your toes are damp. You've been outside. Yeah, there's a neighborhood going in east of me, so there's heavy equipment being used, and this guy can hear it. I can hear it. Now, I've been considering getting a clipper set for dog hair. Oh, I hope the chickens are okay. I can hear them mucking about next to that trash can. And that's not my trash can, so I have no idea what would be dropped on the ground around it. But they're kicking around in the trash over there. I think one of the reasons I might like duck better, maybe the meat's just cleaner because they're not eating trash. They're going where they belong, correct habitat, living the way they should, correct lifestyle for the species, and eating the things they should. Minnows, bugs, and duckweed, you know? And so they wind up having the musculature that they should, and the fat layer, because duck skin, yum. But all these things might add up to why duck generally tastes better. Now, I have eaten retail duck, which is maybe not the best choice, but it's available pretty much year-round. And every now and then, you know, you'll see geese in the freezer case too. I've never had goose. I've never had moose or goose or bear or caribou. I'm really trying to hang outside as long as I can, because even when the sun's not directly hitting me, They're still natural light. And it'll be good for my circadian rhythm. Hi, puppy. Look at your little nose. He's not panting or drooling, but he is the reason I've been considering getting a dog clipper set. Clean up behind and around those ears. Shorten what's on its feet and legs. Just give him a lot less hair. That might do him some good. He wouldn't like having it happen to him, but it would do him some good. Clean up his belly, clean up his legs. Take a little bit off the back where it's long. And there's some more birds back up on that wire. Do you need down there? You doing okay? He's sniffing the breeze trying to figure out what that loud noise is. Because it's not that big dog over there. And it's sure not the chickens. They have moved on to scavenge somewhere else, I guess. Things to do with the bugs that the elites of the population seem to think we all need to eat. Attract chickens. Chickens like bugs. If you have freeze-dried, they'll come just peck up freeze-dried mealworms. And then you have chickens. If you have enough chickens, you might have enough eggs. I wouldn't actually mind having chickens, but you gotta take care of them. You gotta get outside. Yeah, puppy. You have to bark at foxes and raccoons if you got chickens, because those stupid critters attract them. Chickens are dumb. They have brains smaller than Chihuahua brains, is my guess. Because they got teeny tiny heads. Not much room to keep a brain in. What's over there, buddy? I don't know what you're looking at over there. I really don't. Anyway, let this be a first heads up. I'll probably upload this because I didn't make a video yesterday. I don't want anyone thinking I've hurt myself again or that I'm sick. And I do have some followers. So, if you're new, hang around if you want. If you're coming back, thank you. And if you like Dyson, there he is. He's a pretty boy. I would show the cat more, but he just doesn't sit still to be on camera. I've tried. And even when he is on camera, he just looks like a strange shadow. Because he's a black cat. I'm not terribly, superstitious. Although some people would say that being a Christian means I am. Other people, other Christians, would say that a Christian has no point. A Christian has no use for most superstitions. The whole knock on wood is so that the spirits in the wood don't hear. I mean, they're supposed to be distracted by the knocking sound and then not cause problems for you that would mess up whatever plans you were making. You know, the whole tossing salt over your shoulder, or there's so many superstitious things. And I have seen so many of those superstitious things done by people who mocked Christians for going to church. Now, whether you mostly study on your own and you go because you need time amongst people who believe similarly to what you believe, that's fine. Or because you want to observe some of the things that churches do that are more fun than having no schedule in your life. Ooh, we're gonna go do the Easter stuff. Well, Easter egg hunting in Europe predates Christianity in Europe. Essentially, eggs happened once a year until people started reliably keeping poultry. So when geese and ducks and things arrived to their summer breeding grounds and made nests, that's when there was a lot of eggs. Eggs are easy food. Birds that are sitting on nests are easy food too, which is why folks didn't keep poultry for a long time. They were growing crops before they were keeping hens, but they were keeping flocks before they were growing crops. I still haven't had a chance to float my ideas past people who might have something to say about it. I think crops, basically the grasses with the biggest seeds, began to be planted because people who were relying on flocks and herds of cows, flocks of sheep and goats, etc., they need something to feed them when times were tough, because otherwise you could eat your way through a flock of sheep. And I think that's a large part of agriculture spreading like it did. And then, of course, as soon as somebody somewhere said, no, meat is for elites, you guys go eat that stuff you grew for your animals. Okay, there's some birds flirting up here, and I just saw a pair of butterflies down the street. orange looking ones. I think the daughter might be moving around because I can hear some sound from inside the house. And there goes another truck. It is 8:39, so he probably has to be somewhere at 9 o'clock. Yeah, birds are cute. So much in the world to see and listen to. And people are listening to horrific robo-reader AI Reddit videos. Yuck. I mean, find a meme made by a human with a decent joke or a funny picture swipe from the news. Something that makes you laugh. Especially if it pokes fun at politicians in general. I don't much care for politicians, can you tell? Politicians and newsworthy people need to be the butt of as many jokes as possible so that they will remember that we don't really need them that much. Yeah, puppy, it's noisy. Lots of birds, a little bit of clouds. Not much though when they're thin, so they don't even make a layer of cloud cover. They make a partly cloudy layer. And not even enough for that. It's a mostly sunny day. I don't know how hot it's gonna get. Yeah, puppy. It's a little noisy. As soon as I said that, it stopped. I don't know what they're doing over there at this point in the constructing of new neighborhood over there. But I'm still not hungry. I could go in and put some ice water together and enjoy that. Yeah, it got quiet enough to hear the vehicles out on the highway again. It's a nice day, but it is humid. So I'm anticipating I will want to spend as much of it as possible inside in the air conditioning. The humidity leaves the air feeling kind of heavy when you breathe it. Oh. I think that was the same truck that just went by a few minutes ago. If he's just looking for early packages, he's out of luck. My packages get brought in fairly quickly because we have a Chihuahua alerting us on a regular basis. He would like us to respond faster so that he could get outside and chase those package people. You don't understand. On a regular basis, his food is delivered by the package people. And somebody's specialty heme iron that's supposed to be better for him than the cheap stuff at the floor comes by a package. The cereal stuff I use, let's be happy here, Stem Enhance Ultra, Plasma Flow, Cyactive Joint, and Collagen Active. It should be here soon. All that stuff goes straight to the mailbox. Yeah, puppy, what up? What up? Is it time to go in? I think it might be. Yeah, the sun's kind of getting up there. I think it's time to go in. Y'all be decent humans. Eat something that's good for you. Do something that's good for you. Keep your brain active. It's one of the best things you can do. Brain tissue health leads to improvement in things like depression, ADHD, autism. But the depression has been a big item for a lot of carnivores. They clean up what they're eating, their brain has what it needs, and they realize that whatever drug they're taking exceeds what their needs are because they're doing better. So do what's good for you. I love you and want you to be okay. Take care. Bye-bye.